When it comes to smartphones, you got your flagship high-end phones, you got your budget-friendly entry phones. Well, today we're going to look at a middle-class phone that's right in the middle. This is from Motorola. It's their X Play. And first thing, AJ, I know I've been a Motorola fan for a lot of years. Yeah. Just feel it and tell me what you think. Does it feel good?
Yeah, feels like a good phone.
It's a good phone.
Surprisingly light because it's a little thicker than some of the phones that we see in the market, but it actually is quite light.
Well, if you look at it from the side here, it looks very thin, but if I turn around to the front, you can see there is some thickness here. But overall, the way that they shaped it, that curve on the back, it actually feels really good in the hand. Now, I've been a fan of Motorola for the last couple of years, and one of the biggest criticisms of the Moto X phones, right from the 2013 to the 2014 version, was a bad camera. But this one is actually a great camera.
Yeah, 21 megapixels, okay? So that's what makes it that mid-range phone, because it's definitely not entry level. 21 megapixels is quite high that we're usually looking at in the premium phones.
Absolutely. If you look at Samsung, they're coming out with 16 megapixel phones, and that's their premium high-end Galaxy phones, whereas this one has 21 megapixels. So thank you, Motorola, for fixing the camera issues. One thing in terms of design that you'll notice about the camera, AJ, is typically with the camera, it protrudes from the back. Yeah. Whereas this one actually is kind of like inside it. So when you lay it on the ground like this, it's not going to hit the lens, which I think is very important.
Well, I think that is important because a lot of us end up smudging or grabbing the camera on the back. We get fingerprints on them, and then when we go to take that shot, when we really need our camera quickly, and you don't think to clean that lens, you actually get a little bit of film on there. So I think having a little bit of a wider phone and having that recessed image is actually a really good thing.
It's really a good design, and also on the back, you'll notice it's almost got this barbed wire texture. Yeah. It is kind of a rubbery feel. Yeah, it is. Yeah. And what's interesting about this is that it feels good. It feels comfortable. And the thing
I just don't put barbed wire and feeling good together. It's like I don't usually think of those two things, but it is a rubberized, textured back, and it does have a nice feel to it.
And that's important because, especially when you're having a big phone, you don't want to drop it, but when you have a little bit of texture, it kind of gives you a little bit of a grip.
One of the things I liked about the phone is that it actually has an expandable memory, so we can actually go into it and increase the onboard memory up to 128 gigabytes through the micro SD card slot.
And unlike the other Moto X phones, this one's bigger. It's 5.5, so it really puts that into the phablet category. But it doesn't feel that bad, and it's such a rugged phone. But the best feature, even though it has a great camera, has to be the battery. Yeah. 3,630 milliamp hour battery, making this able to last almost 2 days.
Yeah, which is huge because the fact is that with these big screens and using these things as cameras, we are starting to see the battery length be an issue. This one's battery kicks butt. If you need a big battery, get this phone.
And if you are a fan of stock Android, you like that pure vanilla Android experience, this, my friend, is the phone for you. So, if you are looking for a big battery, a great camera, and stock Android, you definitely got to check out the Motorola Moto X Play.